Catalyst. Arcane. Reality. Grace. Heretic. Paradise. 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 Catalyst. Arcane.
Man, that would have been awkward if I didn't turn my mic on. What if I just pretended like nothing happened, and I just started streaming, and just like pretended this was the start? That would be cool. Uh, we saw nothing. Exactly, we saw nothing. I think we are all right. Wow, that was like a series of so many bad events. As soon as I like restarted my computer, my mic arm like almost basically snapped in half and fell over and almost spilled my drink. And then I had to scramble and do a bunch of other things. And we're back. I think we're fine. I'm just gonna completely delete that part of the VOD, and we're just gonna restart and pretend like this is a new thing. Well, not really, but we're just gonna just start by listening. Holy shit, that was bad. I haven't streamed in a moment. Not that I was ever good before. I don't pretend to be. I just like doing it. Imagine you spend like 2 years on a project. Honestly, 2 years on like a lifetime on a project, and then your stream dies. It's fine. It's fine. It seems like we're doing better and it's gonna work. Yeah. All right. I think we're just gonna go into it by listening to the EP. We're just gonna pick up where we left off. If anyone's watching the VOD of this, things failed dramatically and now we are here, but it's fine because we're here to celebrate. So let's do it. We're gonna turn off the BGM, and oh, not crank it to max volume, please. Holy shit. And we are going to play through my EP. Let's hope it works this time. Let's do it. First track, Catalyst. Let's go.
So, what are they? It's a catalyst. A vessel for sound, music, stories. It's the start of something. What do they call it? They call it Angel.
That track is already very quiet as it is, and probably isn't a great representation of how loud this EP is going to sound, but hopefully it sounds a little better and actually listenable. The next track is Arcane, the first full track. Ooh, sorry. really should have come up with a better system to not show my desktop screen, because I was trying to find something in my visual folder, because I feel like you're just staring at a screen here. It's just me sitting here. But I couldn't find it without showing my desktop, and I just did a few times, but it's fine. We're just gonna keep going. It's really whatever. Yeah, I was asking if the audio is good because it seems like it's peaking on my end, but it's like the sound's fine. So that was Arcane. The next one is Reality. Let's go. Yay, desktop leak. Oh god. All right. I can't leak another EP. I don't have one, so it's all right. It's no worries. Yeah, the next track is Reality. Let's go. This is one of my favorites. I think it's mixed the best. We'll talk about that later. I love that one so much. I'll get into the details of all the, of each track after this. But that one's special. I love that one. The next is Grace. This is the one that I first released as a single about in March. Yeah, this was the one that I first released. And I feel like it's the most different off the EP. So let's do it. I'm gonna cry. I started opening Discord, and of course everything opens on my second monitor, where you can see it. And I was like, don't show Discord. And then okay, we're fine. It's fine. Grace. That was Grace. That was the first ever song I had ever finished. And ever fully created. The next song is Heretic. This is the only collab that I have on the EP, and it's with my very good friend, Ashen. And let's do it. This is the most intense one, but I love it. It might be my favorite. Ah, yes. Uh, I'll get into the tracks. But I love that outro. We are on the last track. This is Paradise. Also really short. And simple, but complex. I like it. Let's go. if you're listening to this in the future, Angel, I love you. No matter what you decide, what'll be the right choice for you. I love you. Let's go. It's a lovely wrap up, and it is almost embarrassing to release that one. But I think without the intro and outro tracks, the EP doesn't feel nearly as complete, and it doesn't feel as whole, I guess, without them. And so I needed to have them in there. I think it's very important. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink and then we're going to get into it. I'll be back in like literally 10 seconds. I'll be right, real quick. All right, we've returned. A little longer than 10 seconds, but hey, who is counting? All right, I think we're just gonna play the EP through a lot quieter as we do this, just so we have background stuff. I'll turn it down a little bit for me. Boost it a bit for you guys, I guess. I'll turn it down real good for me. And then I think we'll talk about it for a bit. And I will do a project file breakdown of something. I'm not exactly sure what. I've done one for Grace already. And yeah. Okay. Where do we begin? This EP has been a concept. I'm gonna pull up the picture for it right now, because that's kind of important context if you haven't seen this post. Also, I just got followed by a music bot account. That's really funny. That's pretty good if I say so myself. Okay. How do I do this without leaking things? I'm just gonna grab the picture, I think. It'll be easier. So I posted this to Twitter the other day, and I had a little explanation of it, saying that when I first was coming up with the concept of Angel, of this project, It was on July 9th, 2020. It's been almost 2 years. It's been about 2 years now. And it's been a long time. I'm getting distracted by my own music in the background. I'm going to turn it down a little bit for me. I don't know how loud it's going to be for you guys. I'll boost it a bit. But yeah, I came up with this project in July over summer. And it's cool because now we're getting back into summer right when I'm releasing it. Like, it was kind of a cool work thing, or not work thing. I don't know. But I remember writing this document. This is only a few snippets of it. I really wanted to create something that I could put all of my media related hobbies and passions into. I've spoken a lot. I'm in college currently, about to graduate with a degree in media stuff. And I wanted to create things, and I've always wanted to create things for the longest time. And I've never been consistent. And I wanted to make a project. And I planned this whole thing out in this document where I talked about, I was going to make an EP, I was going to make music, going to come up with this persona of Angel. We're going to get a little fourth wall breaking. But I was going to create this, and I was going to, display all of it at once in this really cool fashion. And I still have, done that. But I wasn't going to do any streams. I wasn't going to do anything. That's really when I fell into, VTubers as a thing as well. During that summer, like a lot of people did during quarantine. But yeah, I really wanted a thing to kind of release all of my stuff through. And Angel was a name that I've literally had picked out for like the past 10 years. I knew I wanted to do something with that name. So I wrote up this document. The name Catalyst literally was born that day. I created it that day. And a lot of this, didn't really plan out. I wanted to have a full EP, a full everything done before I even touch social media. And I quickly realized I don't know how to produce. I don't know how to make anything. I had played with stuff in the past, but not ever stayed consistent, like I said. And it was like, I don't know. I wanted to just have a full thing ready to release. And I really kind of quickly realized I'd be a lot happier if I didn't do that. If I just went ahead and started, the social media, started streaming, started doing everything, just kind of piece by piece and build it up over time until I inevitably reached the point for this EP. And then I was going to release everything, this first thing. But instead I released Grace in March. That was a kind of end of last year. I was going to release it on the new year. But that kind of fell through. But I thought, let's break some rules. I've done a lot of rule breaking of things that I had planned out, and it's worked for the better. So I thought, I'm going to release Grace, and I did. Not till March. Grace was the first track I said I ever wrote. Oh, we'll get into that. But the fun thing is the Angel design really started with this picture right here in the background. It was a model for Cloma. It's a clothing brand. And that was literally just one of their Vroid models that they use, because their whole thing is mixing aesthetics of Vroid, what's the word? I don't know, digital clothing with real clothing. Why am I'm trying to blanking on words here. But they're just a very cool brand. And I saw that picture and I was like, this hair looks awesome. I don't really, right here where I wrote silver hair, I don't remember ever having that concept. Because I knew I kind of always wanted purple. And the yellow eyes didn't come till later. But I loved that design, and I was really influenced by it, and I just love the color purple. I love blues, and that quickly kind of took off into its own aesthetic that I still really love. And so I wanted this to be, the place where I uploaded everything through, this character through the internet. And it's been interesting doing that, and I really love it. It's bizarre uploading your personal work through, I say it character, which is like very fourth wall breaking for VTubers, which is funny because like one of the main appeals of VTubers is like, you know, their anonymity. I can't speak, but like, the fact that like you don't know who they are as a person. And while doing music, my favorite people have always been people that are the most authentic versions of themselves, which is a weird kind of like juxtaposition, weird thing in my brain where it's like I'm acting through this, you know, angel, but releasing things that are personal to me. But I think it's blended together where I'm content with it. Of releasing my stuff through this, I'm, you know, proud of everything I've released. And I think it's just a very cool way to do it all. And I really love it. I'm kind of losing track of what I was talking about. So that was that document. I made that a long time ago. What else do we got? I guess if this will be a VOD eventually, and I cut the beginning where I talked about the album cover. The album cover is made by a person named LLWLL. Well, I believe you pronounce their name. I don't really know. They're a music artist. They're a visual artist. They're really talented in both works. And they helped make this, you know, amazing. Not help. They made this amazing piece that I absolutely love. It's incredible. It's incredible to see the document now. Yes, I shared the document with only 2 people. I shared it with the right here Shervine or Ashen, which I will talk about you in a moment once I get to Heretic. And I shared it with my Sleeping, my other mod. Oh my god, dude, I can't focus when I have the end of the machine gun reality in my brain right now. Fuck, it goes so hard. But yeah, looking through that document, it's wild. It's so old now. I've been doing this for so long. And it's really surreal that we're at this moment that I finally released this. It's really fucking cool. What was I saying? Yeah, Lowell, person that made this. I didn't really actually have anything else to say. I really told them to, lean into the kind of ethereal lookingness, the deep purples. I had a few of their other work that I wanted to like use as inspiration, and I told them that like the glitchiness, I like the glitchiness of it, and I told them to kind of make it look like wings coming out of my back, because Angel, and they fucking killed it. You can see the outline of like the feathers they used here. It is super impressive. I love it. Also, I guess the stream cut off where I talked about the intro as well. That 10-hour long stream that I did yesterday where I looped. I'll show you right now. This thing right here. This thing. That's the album cover in the background. You know, it's just there. It's got grain on it. Yeah, I made that really quickly, but I wanted to just like do a little fun teaser thing because teasers are fun. And it was very last minute when I uploaded this album. I would have done more like, leading up to it. But it felt done and it felt like it needed to be out. And so there we go. Unless it was out, I literally uploaded the album to DistroKid, the distribution service, the day I got this album cover. And I finished up all the tracks that day. The majority of the album EP has been done for a long time now. It's just been mixing and it's been, getting to the point where I think it sounds good enough to release. But like the earliest track, Grace, was written in that same, I believe it was written, I can't find the date. Maybe if I looked hard enough. I believe it was written in that same summer of 2020, which is fucking insane to think about. Jesus Christ. I truly think it might have been written like it might have been at the end of summer. But I remember writing that and I was like, this is like for sure what I want on the EP. And I still think it holds up really well. I would say a lot that Grace I felt like was the weakest track. But I don't know if I agree with that anymore. I think it's very unique on the EP. I think it's the most different sounding. So what else? I've talked about Angel as a concept a lot. What else is there to talk about? Besides going into each individual track. I don't know. Let's see. Cool. I think it would be fun to go in order. Should we go in order of the songs that are like the way that they're listed in the EP, or the ones that the way I made it? I think we'll go in the way that we made it. I was gonna start playing Catalyst, but I'm just gonna let Grace finish because I don't want to interrupt it in the middle of the drop. That'd be fucked up. Okay, so track number 1, Catalyst. That was also, I think I wrote about it. Like you saw in that document, I wrote about it. I knew I wanted a very short intro to an EP, and I've always wanted a 6-track EP. I've had the concept laid out for it since that same summer, and I wanted Catalyst to be very short. Originally, it was going to be like a whole thing with like, how do I say this? It's gonna be like a whole like a lore thing, like scientists and shit, and I quickly scrapped that. I was like, that's weird and dumb. But I wanted it to be like an explanation in like a very vague sense of what Angel is. And I guess like I don't know how well that will come across to people that don't follow Angel as a project if they just heard it, because it's clearly something that only really exists in the context of the EP and like not something you would listen to by itself. In my opinion, that'd be weird. Maybe not weird, but yeah, there's a few things sampled, and I'll wait till Grace is over it so I can kind of point them out to you. I think at the time that would make sense. During that summer, I watched. Here's what, guys. I watched the show Girls Last Tour. I talked about it in my debut stream. But Girls Last Tour is one of my favorite manga series and favorite animes. And the soundtrack for it is absolutely gorgeous. And there was one soundtrack in particular, like one song in particular off the soundtrack that I loved. And I sampled it for Catalyst. Along with, there's actually just 2 tracks in here. That and if you've heard me gush about Amori before, the game by Omocat, the piano there, there's 2 tracks playing. They're both mixed together. The piano is from, a lot of it's reversed. The initial hit's not. But I believe that's a duet. I think it's the duet track from, I don't want to play it on stream. But it's from like the very, end climax of the game. I literally won't even begin to start spoiling it because that is my favorite game probably ever. But I love the piano, and I loved the track. It's called Owari no Uta. End of the... Fuck, what does that translate to? I think it's the end of the night, right? Owari no Uta. Translation. I don't remember. Beginning of the end. I was really wrong on that one. But yeah, it's a gorgeous track, and I wanted to use that. And so I slapped a Reese under it. That, I think, Catalyst and Paradise took me by far the longest to nail down because they're very, they're very short, but they're very atmospheric, and they're very, like, kind of atmosphere building pieces for the EP. And that took me forever to nail down. And forgive me, I can't play Heretic right now. It's gonna be so loud. Actually, no, I can, but I'm a coward. Sorry. But yeah, I knew I wanted my voice in it. Well, I was originally gonna have someone else do it, but then I thought, no, it's a very personal track. I want it to be me, and so I pitched my voice up and down. The project file is a goddamn mess for that track, but I just pitched my voice up and down, and I did some echoes, I did some reverbs, and that was kind of all that there is to Catalyst. That one took me forever to write. That was my, I think, second to last one that I've ever finished on the EP. That one took fucking a while. I talked about the name Catalyst, also the name of the EP. Catalyst as in being, a vessel for your things, your music, your art, that's what the song talks about. and that's Angel, and that's what I wanted to describe in this. The 1999 in the EP name, obviously this is the year I was born. Also, I don't know, it felt very right. All of the music that I've been inspired by, and just media that I've been inspired by, I guess, a lot of it, very reminiscent of just kind of like Y2K stuff, early 2000 stuff. I've been really following and active in like the like Millennium Strike, Volant, Discords and stuff. Like all the people kind of pioneering using those old sounds and kind of bringing them to like a new light. I love that kind of stuff, and I really wanted to contribute to that whole kind of movement with this EP. I guess in my personal way. And 1999 just felt right. It felt fitting to add that to the name. It's also just sounds fucking cool. But I think, yeah. I also like it because it's a little bit of like myself outside of Angel, like my actual physical real self, opposed to my digital one. It's kind of influenced in there, and I like that name. Yeah, that was that's Catalyst. I don't think there's anything else to say in there. Definitely the quietest song I think on the EP. Arcane is the next one. There's one song I was influenced by particularly that I wanted to talk about, or that I wanted to like replicate basically into Arcane, because I wanted it in that style. Words are hard. The song is it's Purpose by Integra. Integra is an incredible visual artist and an incredible musician. But Purpose is absolutely gorgeous. It is. I really wanted something like that, and it's funny enough that the actual end didn't really turn out like that. I believe I've gone through so many different variations of all of these tracks. I'm trying to make them right. But I believe I wrote Arcane, like the main like da 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 da, like the synth part, in like November or December. I think it was over winter break. This is like last year. I think that's right. So that was like one of the more recent ones. Also, I personally think it's the worst mixed track. I was literally mixing it as I was submitting it to DistroKid, like the EP, which is hilarious. That last, we're gonna pull it up right now because it's relevant and I'm gonna talk about it. So, I'll turn it up for you. This part right here in the second drop, that high-pitched synth right there was a complete last-minute addition. I threw it on there at the end, and I loved it. Let's start it from the beginning. I literally, those synths were such last-minute additions, and I do think it's I struggled so hard to mix this one properly. It took forever. And I still think it's the weakest, but it's also kind of it's good. It definitely passes. I love the halftime drop in the second part. I wrote that and I go, holy shit, like I popped off, like this is really fucking cool. And I knew I wanted to, I love that. So it sounds nothing like Purpose, like Integrate, like I wanted it to. And it ended up being a lot more trancey and stuff. I think I wrote this after... Actually, that's not true. Never mind. Yeah. The intro was also really difficult to nail down. The whole track was... This was by far, I think, the hardest, like, to mix and kind of get sitting right. Paradise Catalyst took me the longest, I think, to make. Arcane was probably the hardest to make, I think. I believe that's right. That's correct. I'm trying to think what else I can think of. One of my favorite parts of the EP though is right this. I crush this like little interlude right here. This middle section. I really love how it sounds. the key change right there, it goes up an octave. And getting the bass line in the second drop was really hard to sit right the acid. And it ended up just me turning it down a lot, essentially, because it used to be like the main focus in the drop, and it just sounded awkward and weird. I think that's it for Arcane. I think that's probably it for Arcane. Do I have anything else to say about it? God, I love this part. Oh no, of course I have something huge to say about Arcane. What am I talking about? The sound that I found and I used, the two sounds that I used throughout most of the EP were the thunder noise from Grace. It's a thunder sample. It's literally just like a, you know, just a hit of lightning or thunder. And I used that once in Grace. I loved how it sounded, so I used it in a few other tracks. I used it in this one as well. But the coolest thing I found is it's called a DDR snare. You'll hear it. I made it so loud on the mix just so you could hear it. It's not here. You'll hear it. There's the thunder. There's the thunder one. That right there, the thunder sample, god damn, not thunder, sorry, DDR. I don't remember at all where I found it. I really don't, but it reminded me so much of, I don't know, it fits so well with the aesthetic I was trying to build. Yeah, I used it again right there. And DDR, honestly, that game is phenomenal. I played it so much as a kid growing up. And it felt right to include that, and I had to restrain myself from using it so many times, but I absolutely love it. It's so good. Yeah, getting the high synths to not sound like ass was rough. Okay, the next is Reality, the third track. We're gonna skip ahead and just play it. This is the second track that I wrote. Arcane, I believe, was the third track that I wrote, like in its entirety. But Reality was the second one. I really liked the name. I think I initially was gonna name it Dreams or something, and then Reality just kind of stuck out in my head. Same way with Grace. I didn't have a name for Grace, and then suddenly, boom, Grace just popped into my head, and I stuck with it. But I feel it works really well. I wrote this little synth pad thing really early. I think I wrote the first drop in the middle and maybe part of the second drop all in a day. I crushed it. Figuring out what to put right there, where the ANGEL thing, took forever and I didn't know what to put. I was gonna do something like a vocal sample and I didn't know what, and I just kind of went with that, and I think it sounds cool. It's I don't know. Part of me thinks it's a little cheesy, but it's cool, I think. The 909 hat, oh baby, always good. Getting the bass to sit right. This is definitely the most bassy track in the EP. It fucking crunches in a car. It's sick. But I remember writing this one. The little high violins and cello things. Actually, I don't think I took the cello away. The violins, I added on the second time I worked on it, and I'm like, damn, this is sounding way more theatrical than I wanted it to. But I love it. It sounds so good. What else we got? I literally sped everything up by double in the second one. And still one of my favorite moments off the EP is the end, the machine gun thing. I talked about this with, I remember Veen at one point, Ashen, and he was like, I think you should extend it, or I think you should extend it and make it a longer bit. But I love that it's just a tiny little bar, a little section right here. My mindset changed. Nice, hell yeah. It sounds better shorter. Nice. I remember talking about this. I think I really like that it's shorter, and it's just like a tiny little taste of something insane at the end. God, it goes so hard. The little bassy section you hear under there, the boom, is the End of Evangelion plug suit pad from the scenes. It's that little bassy noise that they use when any of the pilots get in the thing and they're testing shit. Yeah, really cool. All right, Grace. I didn't have a track. I think Reality was supposed to be the drum and bass track, which I think out of all of the songs, I can't put a genre really on Reality, which is kind of cool. In a way, I don't really know what I would consider it. I just don't. But I still really love it because the second drop is definitely a drum and bass pattern, but it's like not fully. I don't know, and it doesn't matter. But it's just curious. It's just fun. Grace, I did talk about a lot earlier. It was the first track I wrote in that summer. The RB Dreaming Grace sample, the voice Grace there, and then the Yes were all late additions to the track. But I wrote the piano and synths so long ago that I literally don't remember writing them. I simply don't. It was so long ago, I don't remember it.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking something real quick. Yeah, I don't remember writing that. I just straight up don't. And I've talked about Grace extendedly in my breakdown. So Grace is cool. I do really like Grace. The next one, I'll just play it right here. Heretic. This one took fucking forever too. This one also had a few different versions. Hang on, what is happening here? Yeah, hi. That's my bad. No. Hang on, we'll get into this in a second. I just got a DM and I'm making sure things are cool. Trying to send me a message. Oh, okay, that's fine. Heretic. I was throwing around the name in my brain of what I wanted to call this track. It was going to be Consumed at first, but I liked Heretic better, and it fit with the, angel aesthetic vibe. And it's just cool. This one had a few different versions, and it's, of course, the only collab on the project, with my very good friend Trevine Ashen. This track would not have, I knew I wanted to have the EP, everything, done by myself, really. But Ashen really helped with mixing stuff, and I cannot thank you enough. I would not have been able to get this out when I did without your input and help in your ears. I really appreciate it, everything for all the tracks. But Heretic, we struggled for a long time trying to figure out what we wanted to do with this track. We knew it wanted to be the most aggressive and most intense before the ending of Paradise, where it's just chill. And originally it was going to be a 7-minute track where we were going to go crazy with some angry stuff, and then a very long piano synthy outro. I want to have a techno bit, right? That's true. This was going to be the techno track. You're right. There's no techno track here. I don't know if I ever told you that. I think we talked about it. I'm glad you're here to talk about this with me. I also wanted this to be the techno track, and then it went through so many different iterations. That's why I do want to do a project file breakdown for this one, kind of, and I might do it. Depending if anyone else says otherwise, they want to see something else. But this one went through so many different iterations, and I think this might be my favorite track off the EP. Is what we landed on. Ashen is my roommate, so it was very easy to actually pick time to collab. We started this actually before we lived together. I have a lot of roommates. But before we all moved in here, we started this. And I think we scrapped that version before and then started anew. We could not decide an idea for the first drop was the hardest thing. We knew exactly what we wanted to do for the second drop, in concept, but we literally couldn't think it, through what we wanted to do. And I think it first started out, we figured it out because we found, this is a synth, by the way. That's a fucking synth, bro. That's insane. I remember I was so happy when we found that. I think what really kind of kicked off the idea was the choir pad sample we found, right? I think that's right. That and the, well, I don't know how long the Amori thing took to get into. A lot of the growls and the screeches and the angry kind of demon noises you hear, also before the drop, are from... oh man, it's another Amori track. It's another one from the end of the game, so I can't really talk about what's happening in there, but God does it fit thematically with what I wanted to go for. So if you've played the game and you know the track, that's so niche, I know. It's really good. It's right before Duet. Oh God, I'm gonna forget the name. It's the final boss fight, essentially, where the music gets really corrupted and really crunchy and distorted, and we had the idea of mixing that in with the track, and that was literally one of the coolest ideas I think we've had. Like it was so fucking cool. We kind of built this track in order of how it plays. We started from the beginning and worked to the end. That sounds obvious, but a lot of times in production, you kind of work on one section and then go to another one. We literally went from the beginning to the end on this one, in terms of what we did, and it took forever. God, it took forever. But the Amore thing, I think that's one right there. Oh no, that's the choir solo. I remember I played this one live when I played my first live show. I played this one live and we didn't even have a drop for the first drop yet, so I just transitioned into Shadowblade by Caster, which is really funny. That extended demon noise kind of sound is also from Amori, I believe. I might do the project file breakdown on this one. I think I'm going to, because that would be really fun to talk about and break down. Because I'm just kind of doing it right now, so I might as well. We'll do that. We're not gonna do a poll. My bad. We'll come back to Heretic and we'll talk about that one. Paradise. This one is by far the most personal track and was really kind of hard for me to really it. It's just I don't know. It's very vulnerable track. It's so simple, but there's also a lot going on. There's I think the main crowd sample is happening. So we have that. We have the main there's the main crowd sample. There's a sample of the Awari no Uta's in there, but it's incredibly drowned in reverb, so you can't really distinguish it. But it's playing there. There's a vocal, me talking here. I glitch out my name if you were curious why there's a glitch. I don't know how obvious it is. Yeah. I wrote this piano the same week that this EP... I wrote this Monday, I believe. I think I literally wrote this Monday. I went through so many different iterations of... writing the piano. I wasn't even sure if it was going to be a piano. Originally, this was just going to be a piano track, but then I got the idea of, doing what I did now, which is the crowd sample, and I don't think it's not distinguishable, I think, to anybody unless I explain it, because there's no one that would really pick this up. Someone actually DM'd me, one of my friends, also a fan of this artist, was like, it sounds so familiar and I can't figure out why. I was kind of blown away by that because it's crazy that someone picked it up. The wave. Okay, before we talk about the wave sample is from End of Evangelion, the movie End of Evangelion. It's the very very last scene. Same with the Kimochi Waruri, the vocal, the Asuka line. That's the very last line in the movie. That is by far my favorite movie of all time. And I really wanted, I knew from the very beginning when I started this EP, I wanted that to, I wanted that, the ocean sample to be in there. I debated if I wanted that vocal or not, but I think it fits after what I, talked about thematically, whatever. But the crowd sample is from Moonrise 2017, Porter Robinson's World's Live set. And if you follow me on anything or just know me as me, you know how much how much Porter Robinson means to me, how much as an artist, they've influenced me. And insane. That was probably the most impactful day of my life ever, seeing that set, which sounds really cheesy. But it's true. There's not literally not a single other moment that I can pick out that I've lived through that is impacted me as much as that set. That really put me on the course of wanting to do music and media related things, just as in life. That set is something incredibly special, and I thought of that on a kind of late into making the EP, and I go, this is a really cool idea that I can just use as Foley and atmosphere. And so I drowned it in reverb, did a bunch of processing, and I put it in there, and I think it's really nice. I'm gonna play Paradise again. Also, that piano I bought the same day that I wrote it. It's the Imagiro, I think is what it's called, piano. It's incredibly pretty. The rest of the piano on the entire EP was written with Spitfire Labs, the Spitfire Labs plugin. So this is new. This one that I have right here. But yeah, I really wanted to combine all of my favorite things into Paradise. The name Paradise stuck out to me for so many different reasons. It was going to be Heaven originally, and then I just scrapped that. And then Paradise, I thought of it when I thought of the Evangelion sample, because that's one of the main lines at the end of the movie is anywhere can be paradise as long as you're here, as long as you're on Earth, basically. As long as you're alive, you can figure shit out and you can make happiness for yourself, is basically the message in that movie, and the series in general. It's my favorite thing ever, and that really stuck out to me, and I was like, that is a cool name for a song, we're gonna do it. Also, I was also watching Attack on Titan, and I was like, that's a funny coincidence. There was just so many reasons why Paradise name felt right. And so that's what we went with. It originally was just going to be a piano track, but I think it's incredibly personal. It's incredibly simple. It's really, really simple. And I just threw bird noises in. And there's a few other things in there that the voice, the vocal, me talking, and a few other samples I just won't talk about. But they're all things that are personal to me, and it felt right to put them there. And so that's what we did. And that is Catalyst. Oh my god, I almost said 2020. Jesus Christ, Catalyst 1999. That's my EP. I think we're gonna do a project file breakdown of Heretic. I was gonna ask chat what we wanted, but we don't have a ton of people in here, so I was gonna do a poll, but it's fine. Also, it really would have just been up to Reality, Heretic, or Arcane. I could have done Catalyst. I don't think I'd do a project file breakdown for Paradise, just for, reasons. Catalyst isn't that interesting. Arcane is cool. Arcane, Reality, and Heretic would have also been really cool. But, whatever. Also, End of Paradise, I forgot to talk about. A lot of the breath on the album is me. That's me going into the mic. But I pitched it up in different ways, or down. And that's me. That's me, baby. Um, yeah, I think Heretic would be the most interesting project file breakdown. So, unless we have other strong objections, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think all of them could be cool. I only do want to do one though, just because I gotta leave some secrets. Not secrets, but I'm very, I've always been very open about. Oh my god, dude, how did I go through all of Heretic and not talk about the fucking noise? Oh my god, I'm throwing. I'm sorry. Literally my favorite part. Listen to this shit. What the fuck? I didn't make that. I'll be honest. That was fully Ashen. That was fully not me. They made that, and I was fucking mind blown. I was like, don't touch it anymore. You've made this. It is done. It is perfect. Don't fuck with it. I was mind blown. That thing is insane. What a... Jesus Christ. How did you do that? I know you just said don't ask you to explain, but... That's a hard style kick? I forgot about that. Oh, that's absurd. Phenomenal. I love how chaotic it is into this... Oh, okay. I think we should probably talk about the project file and just open it. Because that seems like what we're leaning to breaking down. So that is my 6-track EP in its entirety, Catalyst 1999. I have worked so long and for so long. I was gonna say so many years, and it's true. I've literally been planning that I wanted to do an EP. So I believe it was sophomore year. Okay, so that would have been like, I believe since like 2017, 2018 is kind of the moment in my head where I was like, I really want to make music and I want to release music in EP. I can't stick around. It's been congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. See ya. But yeah, since then I knew I wanted to release and make things, and so since then I've had the name Angel picked out. I didn't even have this whole VTube concept as a thing then. And that's been like fucking like almost 5-6 years. It's surreal that we're here. And I'm, oh my god. I mean, hearing you were gonna drop a project since I started making music. Literally true. Literally true. Music has been music and just creative work and sticking to a thing has been the biggest difficulty ever for me. And I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot that was stopping it. But we've done it. We've made it. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this whole process, from everything. I was going to make a tweet about that. Is if there's any takeaway that I have from the whole thing is that there is like never a late time to start something. There's never a late time to start something. And there's never like you can always just begin a project, if that makes sense. Like don't beat yourself up over something that you're not doing, because you can just do it if you put in the effort and the mental power to do it. We're gonna break down Heretic, because why wouldn't we? Simply put. Let's do it. I think I am going to take a moment break. I've talked a ton. I'm going to grab another water or something. And I will be back with the project file breakdown, and then we will end the stream eventually. It doesn't matter. We're just chilling. So I'll be right back. Yeah. I'll be right back. All right. Whoa, we are floating in a void. Why are we floating in a void? I couldn't tell you. Hang on. We can fix ourselves. Give us a moment. Hell yeah, there we go. Okay. We are going to talk about Heretic, because I think that would be the coolest one to talk about on stream. I just do. I just think it would be cool. Also convenient, because they are also in the chat as well. The other person that made this. Let me wire. Hang on, I gotta find the right. Where's it at? I'm trying to make. Game capture. There it is. Fit the screen. Why is it not fitting to screen? Ableton does this sometimes, and I don't know why. It's really not kind of sick. There it is. Fit the screen. Wait, it still didn't fit the screen. What is that? I don't know what that is. Hang on. What am I clicking, bro? Stop it. Game capture. There it is. Fit the screen. Transform. Okay. It's just not doing what I want it to. It'll be alright. Yeah. That's so crazy. Why is it doing that? I'm sorry. Give me a moment while I struggle and am in pain. I don't understand what's doing here. Stretch to screen. That's so dumb. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, but I've been hearing you were gonna drop a project. Oh no, I read that one already. My bad. Okay. So this looks so clean and so organized, and that's where I laugh, because that is absolutely not the case, whatsoever. This is the second iteration of the same song, of Heretic that we have. It's crazy. Heretic. Oh God, hang on. Let's see. Can we hear this? Yes, we can. That seems so loud. Can I get a check from someone here if this is blowing your damn eardrums out? 'Cause it's loud for me, and if it's loud for me, that probably means it's killing you. Ow. Okay, yeah, got it. It does seem ow. Man. Better? How's that one? Better. Okay, cool. I figured. Okay, so this seems really organized, and I'll show you the other project file, because I am not a maximalist producer. I'm not a minimalist producer, but I don't go crazy with the stuff unnecessarily. Am I throwing shade? No, I'm not. I don't care. It's fine. But we make a lot of things. I like to not delete things when I if I have an idea, I keep it, and I deactivate it so you can't hear it, just so I have it if I need it. It's infuriating. Yeah, I just deactivate things. And Ashen just makes a lot of things out of simple stuff. Like the drums. Okay, it's fine. We'll get into it. They work in a very like chaotic way of just lots of things, which is fair. It works for them. But we quickly realized while making this project file, it sounds like I'm being mean. I'm not really. I don't mean that. But we quickly realized that we were over like 200 tracks, which is the biggest that I had in the EP, like size wise. And tracks are just like the number of audio or like MIDI clips that you have. We realized, I will show the OG. We realized quickly that we were like over 200 before we even got to the first drop. And so we had to freeze and flatten a hell of a lot of things to be able to kind of, like chill it the fuck out so my CPU didn't explode. And then I lost everything. And so this is what the final project file looks like. It looks so clean. It looks so nice. I'll show you what Heretic looked like originally before we freeze and flattened everything. If I can find it. It might take me a minute. I'm gonna open the wrong thing and leak something probably. I think this is right. This is gonna take a moment to open because goddamn is it large, and it's not even the final thing. It's crazy. It might crash Ableton, Loki. Yeah, we're getting a spinning wheel. It should open. It'll be fine. It'll just take a minute. And then we'll reopen Condensed Heretic, which is this one. It's literally called Heretic Condensed. It's spinning right now. It's loading. It's loading up. It's spinning up. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Oh wow, we actually got it to work. There's no way. Oh wow, we're lagging a bit. All right, hang on. Oop, nope, please don't close. All right, close everything. Look at this. Look. Okay. So apparently we have a whole other guy over here. It was a Mori. It's called Alter. The track is named Alter. This is what it is originally. I'm gonna play only a snippet so I don't get smoked. Alright, it's not even like warped correctly, but it's a lot of violin and a lot of distortion. And so we were like, that is just a gorgeous song, and we wanted to implement that in Heretic. Because Heretic, like I talked about, wanted to be the most aggressive track, but I also wanted to be very much like, I don't think we ever really talked about what we wanted it like to represent as a song. We just wanted it to be angry. But I really wanted it to be like, I don't know, like internal conflict feeling, like very angry, because it was originally going to be consumed, I don't know, it was like a whole, just the angry piece of the EP. And so yeah, this is like the taiko drums that you hear in the beginning. And so that's why we thought the Amori Alter sample would work perfectly. And God, I agree, it does. So these are all taiko drums, kind of drums. That we eventually freeze and flatten for the final, whatever. Shout out the Cashmere samples. That's cool. What is this thing? Oh, yeah, this is like the little... You hear it in the background. Little background element. Okay, I don't know how far this track goes. Alright, so it's a little different. Right. Listen to this. This is fun. Not quite the drop that we have today. I think because we freeze it and flatten it, the way we had the glitches on the piano, randomized. I think they were LFO'd, and so they're purely random. And so what we froze is what we got, which is how it froze it. So you can hear different glitches here, which is cool. Okay. And I knew I wanted a D&B section, and so that's what I was trying to make here originally. It sounds like ass. It sounds really bad. I mean, it probably would sound better if I had other, elements and stuff. Okay, let's do the actual breakdown. Let's get into it. Okay, so, see, Maximalist Producer. None of my other project files are this beefy and chunky, because I can't find anything. And I blame that on my small, tiny ADHD brain. But that's just how I'm built, so... these were literally just background elements that were just a whole thing. Crazy. Shenanigans. But it worked. This is the kick revving up kind of thing. Do we have automation on there? I don't even know. We do. Just an auto filter. All right, cool. So that was one of the kicks sections. It says drums, but there's more because we had the taiko drums on top of that. They kind of lay it. And then we had the breaks, which I did. I mean, we both did a very equal amount. If you saw the escape project files, you lose your mind. Oh god, I imagine. I do imagine. Alright, I guess there's like no breaks in this here. I would say the work for this project file is very split evenly between both of us. I think I don't even have the second drop here. I think I did more of the second drop, and you did more of the first one. But I think over like everything was like very concepted, and kind of built together. I think we both shared a lot of the work, which is cool. And it was very fun. So here we can see the atmosphere stuff, because all the other ones are not sampled. It's frozen. Actually, I guess these aren't frozen in the originals. Yeah, these are hardstyle synths that we literally almost forgot. So when we stemmed out everything, we forgot to stem this part out, and we literally almost lost. We straight up almost like forgot about these tracks. Like this is like one of the coolest, like most like I think iconic parts of the track, and we straight up almost forgot it in the final mix of it. Oh, that wasn't even the Amori synth. That's just a hardstyle one shot. Cool. The choir right here. The choir is gorgeous. I think this is one of the early things we found. And we we're like, yeah, this is going to go hard. This is going to work. We found this just through Splice. It didn't loop properly, so we were worried it wasn't going to work, but we made it, I think, fit really naturally. I love that pitch effect that we did here. Right here with the frequency shifter, you can hear it goes... Frequency shifter is tight. It's cool. So that's that. The Amori stabs. Yeah, I can show you these. I love that. Like, so cool. I also layered it here. Oh, I guess that one of them's muted. I really wanted like a demonic, like kind of screechy noise, like right before the drop. And that's what we did. And the Amori really helped. Synths. We had lots of different versions here. Is this what we kept in the... yeah, I'll wait to show that because I don't know if that's what we kept or not. Alright, that's what the original one. We're gonna go back to condensed. To show you the rest of the track, because that's where the actual track lives. How long have I been streaming? Almost an hour and a half. It feels like a lot longer. Granted, I haven't streamed in a long time. I really haven't. But tomorrow, Overwatch 2. We probably might be playing Overwatch 2. Depends what I'm doing. I really don't know. If I have time, I will. That's how it goes. I don't know. I don't know what, well, I'll talk about that in a moment. Sorry, I just swallowed right into my mic. That was probably really gross. I will talk about what comes next for Angel and music after this. So yeah, we stemmed everything out, which shout out to Sherveen for helping me stem this because it just takes forever and it's hard. And it made it a lot easier to mix. I'm going to do that in the future. I added the piano here. I think I could have made it sound a little cleaner. It's so simple. It's just so simple. But I used Spitfire Labs, and I just used some delay, some saturator, reverbs, keys, the same normal nonsense. Here's the hardstyle sounds that we almost forgot, straight up. We literally had to remember that last second, because we were listening through the track, and we were like, something like feels like it's missing. And it was the fucking... it's like the main thing. But yeah. This thing is demonic. One thing they're very good at is their crazy monster noises, distortion, crushing things. I believe it's just a lot of OTT on stuff. I'm not great at sound design. I'm just not. And so they really helped with this one. That was a hard style sound. Oh, you're right. That's what it was. I remember. But very distorted, yeah, obviously. For sure. I guess this one's a little harder to break down than I thought it was because everything's flattened. So that's my bad, I guess. Yes, this is cool. We found this one earlier that I made. I'll turn it up. It's just a synth. I believe it's a silent synth. Or like, yeah, of course. OTV, if you will. Yeah, I put an auto pan on it. But it was just a synth that we found that I really loved, and so we used that kind of as the main atmosphere piece. The other one was that's just more wind noises. I know it's here somewhere. Is it Superstar? No. This is just a... Oh, it is. It is. I didn't... God, I should have showed the MIDI for it. I believe it was another silent synth that we stacked a ton of chords on. And wow, it was gorgeous. I love it. It sounded really cool because it sounded like a choir, and it felt like really natural with the choir that we already had. The way that this comes together right here, just the impact was so cool. It just sounds powerful. So we knew we wanted a 4 on the well, okay, it took a while to get to the point where we decided we knew we wanted a 4 on the floor section, like a this part right here. I really had to rein in the distortion and the crunch, but we have several reaches going here. We got that one. Actually, that might be it. I think it's just flattened. But I wrote I really like the pattern of it. I love that. And they had a really good Reese rack that we used. This thing was also really cool. It carries the dick. Because without it, like, it makes the track. Lots of just tiny little drums. Lots of just tiny things. I really loved the final version of the glitches we got. That we stemmed out from the LFO. Like that, it sounds so good on the piano. More risers. I think these are probably a few stacked together. There's some impacts, some demon screechies. I think this is just a big riser here though. So cool sounding. Soccer. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the one that I used. We just had a lot of processing on it, I guess. I used the Soccer Burst risers all throughout the EP. I think almost every track has the Soccer Burst 4 riser. Yep, the best riser. Shout out Soccer Burst 4. You a real one. It's sick. I love it. Yep, I hear it now. I love the glitch effects that we got out of We didn't even include an acid drop, but it was their idea to include these little acid stabs kind of in the intro, or like the interlude, and I loved how it turned out. It was really cool. Okay, and for the second drop, we knew we wanted drum and bass, kind God, this track was all over the place. We wanted techno originally. We wanted, who knows, drum and bass, just drum and bass. We were gonna do a hard style thing, which is kind of what we did. We just used a lot of hard style noises, I guess. But I really love the second drop being more high energy and more, drum and bass how it is. I love just soloing the synth stack that I made, because it's like basically the entire song. Listen to it. Because without it, listen to the drop. There's nothing here. That's literally where all of it lives. This is the Schnasty Reese. It's a Reese thing that we talked about earlier. That's just layered with an operator for a sub. Legendary Schnasty Reese. I don't remember where you got that from, but that thing's sick. Very cool. I had to also tone them back because they were crunching a good bit. You made that. Okay, cool. That's so sick. I also did the MIDI and the chords for this, as well as the melody, for the most part, I think. Oh yeah, you did that one. But I came up with the pattern. But you added this one to kind of... Which we also teased earlier here. Because I wanted to introduce it earlier, just to kind of get like the kind of feel for it. Just to kind of prepare it for the second drop so it wasn't kind of out of nowhere. I love it. These are all Silent, I believe. Silent. This one's Serum, actually. What did I do for you, this one? Euphoria Wave. Yeah. What's this one? It's just a sick trance. I don't know where this came. Oh, it's got it. It's another Serum. A trick that I used a lot throughout this EP, just making this, was layering big synth stacks with like orchestral stuff, and using like the same MIDI, because down here, same thing. Listen to this. So we have the piano, the same MIDI that's playing the piano. We use the Labs choir and the Labs piano, the same as the synths, and so it just adds an extra kind of layer to the sound. So we got with everything. We panned a little bit each way just to kind of spread it a bit. One of them is autopanned, not autopanned. Autopanned to kind of like stutter. The rest are just normal. On top of the Schnasty Reese. So that's kind of everything in the synth stack. But I remember writing this and immediately being like, fuck yes, like this is it. This melody right here. I love how this turned out. And then we doubled it for energy here. And then this is Athens right here. Repeat the last kind of like stutter the last like bar here. And we did it at the end right here as well. I love how it turned out. What's this one? Oh, this is muted. This was never used. That's what it originally started out as, is me doing this. Oh yeah, because it was a different MIDI here. Oh, cool. That's what it was originally. Haha. Cool. Oh, okay, that was muted. I was gonna say, I'm like, there's no way we just had that in there on accident. We didn't. Okay, cool. That's just a whole muted section. Just little tails. I think that's kind of it. I'm seeing if I don't think there's anything else that I'm forgetting. Oh, there's this guy as well. What is this? Oh, another piano. Okay, cool. And these are strings. Yep. And these are vocals. Same thing that we used in the outro. And so the monster noise here. I don't know why I just put straight. I don't need to. Oh, the Bloodborne thing you see. We were gonna have a Bloodborne sample. We chose against it. And instead, I made the vocal sample here. What is this thing? This is... Oh, just the Virtual Riot Impact. Oh, wait, sorry. Well, that's not the vocal is. Here it is, right here. It was literally just me. That's just me. And I layered it a few different ways. Up. So we have one that's up 4, I believe. Wait, hang on, I can click it. I can test. Alright, so that's normal. Wait, sorry. That's normal, I think, clearly with a lot of effects like reverb and distortion and whatever. The other one is 3 up, 3 semitones up. The other one's 3 semitones down, the last one. And we panned them to kind of get like a good, stereo on them. And it sounds still kind of muffled, but I like that. I like how it sounds. I really like it. So yeah, I get that. Another riser. And here is the noise you've been waiting for. It's literally it's just this guy. It's straight up just this. It's a Levitate sample. You did something. Here it is. And if you want me to explain how any of this works here, don't. That's not true. I can figure it out. I won't. There is a reverb, a corpus, a delay, a phaser, a flanger, a saturator, an auto pan, a compressor, and an EQ. Do without information what you please, what you will. Fucking saturator 20 plus 25, goodness. And I'm sure there was other things that were freeze and flattened. Dude, you did some crazy shit here. It sounds like an actual like bomb going off. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I really love how it just is an explosion of sound and energy at the end. Into such a calm piece. Oh, I forgot to even talk about the progression. I wrote this and I love it. I literally, I thought, I was like, does it sound cheesy? I remember talking to them about this. I was like, does it sound cheesy doing this? And the answer, no. It's right here. I didn't even go through all the synths. I literally worked up the key. I didn't do anything different. I literally like worked up the key. I just went up in order. This is are both 2 serums and a silent. One's just a trance lead, one is a hypersaw lead, and one is the silent one is just something, I don't even know. But layered together they sound like this. And I was like, should we introduce a new synth at the end? Like, I know it's already going crazy with the synths here. Should we introduce something that like a new synth here, just to like give it one last push of energy with the fast synths like these guys? And that was my idea of just something that walks up the scale essentially. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. It has so much energy to it, and it sounds really like Trance. I didn't even go over the drums. I will for a little bit. There's not too much. Here is the fabled DDR snare that I was talking about. There's literally no processing on it. That's it. You can tell I like it. I used it a few times. That's it. I brought this back from Arcane. This is straight up ripped out of Arcane, like color copied and all. Is when I use this as the I don't know if you'll be able to hear it if I play it. But it's right before the halftime drop in the second part. I got you. Let me see if I can play it. I don't know if you can hear it. You can, cool. Well, I guess I use it all throughout the song, but yeah, I straight up ripped it out of that. But I love that kind of thing. And so I just literally copied over there for more energy. We brought a 909 in here. Absolutely crushed the brakes here. These are just different samples. We'll widen it for you. So sick. Another one. So many breaks overlapped with each other. Alright, I think that's it for the second drop. I wrote this MIDI in a different project file, and I copied it over, and I go, I don't know if it'll work, and then I plopped it in here, and I go, holy shit, like, it sounds awesome. I think I started out I used like one chord preset, and then I made the rest. A lot of it is like layered, so like it sounds more natural. Not layered, but like it's like a, you know, like 1, 2, 3. They all play like slightly different times, so the chord feels more natural. And it works so perfectly. This is like the ending is one of my favorite bits of the EP for sure. The down here is this is the one time the breathing sample isn't me in the EP. This is someone else. I don't even remember who, where, how. I think I got it off freesound.org. I'll be honest. The clicking, I also believe was off freesound.org, which is just a funny website. It's exactly what it sounds like. I fully agree. I think it's I don't know, it's phenomenal. I love how it turned out. The idea of the clicking, which is I used in this track and then I used in Paradise as well. I was really inspired from the track Wind Tempos, and they do a very similar thing from Porter Robinson. A very similar kind of thing to represent, you know, making things, and I like that. And so I thought, hey, I can find clicking noises. I can do that too. I don't know. That is just an inspiration for that. These are just risers and kind of things to transition. This is just an empty MIDI track vibing in the middle of our project file. Originally, it was going to just be just gonna be a piano outro. But it was Ashen's idea to just throw in the same taiko drums that we had from the beginning and like lower them a bit. And oof, it ties the track together, baby. It's so good. I love it. It just brings like a little bit of energy. In the stack, we have the main piano, the Labs piano. We have the an electric piano, I believe. Let me check. I can check for you. It says soft piano. It might have something else on it. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it's an electric though. The next is strings. Same from Labs. All of these are Labs. Shout out Spitfire Labs, dude. If you need something, it's free. Like I'm sure there's alternatives to, you know, everything, paid and not paid, but like I know a lot of big artists use this fucking plugin. It's cool. Like I don't know, I like it. You know, some people don't. It's cool. And so I copied the MIDI over and just kind of played with it a little bit. I really love this melody progression I made. And this is the choir, which was hard to nail down with the attack. That's the one thing the plugin doesn't do super well, is kind of show you like plug like a you know, attack for stuff and whatever. But yeah. I am in love with how the melodies came out for this. The drums, taiko drums coming back in, really tie it together. This right here, we lowered a ton and put some delay on, and it's literally just a Kashmir sample, a magic chime. And we were like, does this sound too like cheesy? Does it sound too Disney? We started using the word Disney for it, and we were like, we don't want to sound Disney. But I think it's like this is just such a big moment, I think, on the EP, that, I don't know, it's, this whole song is very over the top, very theatrical, very intense. Like, we can go the whole way with it, like, it doesn't matter. And I love it. I really like that sample, it's cute. It took me forever to nail down the timing of the ending, where I had to like automate everything. You can see I struggle. Well, that's like one automation, but still, I did some more. You can't. That's somewhere. Shout out the Virtual Riot Impact subsonic impact noise. I use that a lot. And that is Heretic with Ashen. I could not have done this track without them. I could not have finished this EP without them. Thank you for all of your help. This track is beautiful. I am so incredibly pleased. And I know you are too. So we killed it. I think that's it for this. We're going to go back to the main screen. Woo! Let me adjust myself, fix myself up a bit here. Whoa, why am I small? Hello. Okay. I'm just going to throw on a track. Okay, let's not do the drop of Arcane. Just something. As we go. I think, God, we've streamed for a while now. It was like 2 hours. Longer than I intended, but I don't know what I expected. This is the release party. It's a good time. We're having fun. I think I've talked about everything I want to talk about. This EP has been something I've wanted to do and something I've been working towards for literally several years now, like I've said. And we've finally done it. It's finally out. I said I was going to talk about the future of what I'm going to do next. I want to still release. I don't know. I don't have any working tracks right now. I'm going to continue to make things. Clearly, obviously, I love the kind of world that I've started creating off of this EP. I talked about it on Twitter. I really want it to feel lived in and feel like it's more than just a collection of songs, especially this EP. And I think with the how the EP flows, I really accomplished that. I'll give myself that. And I'm proud of it. And so with that, I will probably work on, I don't know, maybe like singles next. I don't think I'm gonna do another project for a little bit. But now I know how the process goes, so I'm well prepared for the next time. I don't really know exactly what music related things like song wise will come out next after this. It will be a little bit, but hopefully not too long, because I love doing this. I'm gonna stream more. I'm gonna play Overwatch tomorrow probably. I have talked about on Twitter. I have been kind of prepping and getting ready to do a like a super long DJ set. I may or may not have gotten a new DJ deck. It is so incredibly cool. I will keep it a secret. The whole setup a secret till I'm ready to do that. But what was I saying? I wanted to do a DJ set kind of to celebrate this EP releasing with all of the music that's inspired me kind of throughout the process. Because there's a lot, and I wanted to like an extended like a 3 hour, 4 hour long DJ set, kind of a freestyle thing. I think that would be so fun. Just the URL thing, like it's an online thing. And then I also want to do like, I don't know. I just want to DJ more. I just want to do more events, more online stuff. Hopefully I can, find more groups to do events for. I have done stuff in the past, so if you're ever curious, I've just done stuff. All my stuff, all my VODs are on my YouTube for those kind of things. I would love to do more. I want to DJ more in person. That's kind of we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna take a moment with this EP now that it's finally done and out, and breathe for a moment, because it's been a long time coming. So I'll stream more occasionally. I would like to stream more than I have been. But I also like doing this just kind of as a fun thing, and not going, crazy with it, and trying to like make, a whole long schedule. Could change in the future, who knows. I'm gonna live with this in this moment for a bit. So we're chilling. I think that's it. This is Catalyst 1999. This has been so long coming. I'm proud. If you've watched this VOD, thank you for doing so. That's cool, and I appreciate it. It's been Angel. I still haven't made an outro screen. I'm gonna just replay the same one that I had earlier. Well, now I'm on the second drop of Arcane. I can't not play it. Alright, that's enough of that. That's fine. That's enough of that. Yeah, thank you for hanging out for the stream. Thank you for all of the support that I've gotten, and just people have given me throughout the process of making this and releasing it. I really appreciate all of the kind words people have given me, and you guys are the best. I will see you in the future, and not long. I hope you enjoy this. I will see you later. Bye.
Catalyst. Paradise. Catalyst. Arcane. Reality. Grace. Heretic. Paradise. Catalyst. Arcane. Reality. Grace. Heretic.